Hi guys, today I'm going to be taking a quick look at the Anker Soundcore 2. Now I know you're probably thinking, well, this is pretty old now, so what's all this about? Well, there were 3,000 of these bought last month on Amazon, so it's still pretty popular, and that reduced price of 30% off, making it only 28 quid now in the UK at the time of making this video, obviously helps to increase its popularity. I also bought the Soundcore 3 at the same time that I'll be taking a look at in the next video and comparing the two, as well as the Soundcore 1 soon after. And if those videos aren't up already, they will be soon, so watch out for those. Enhanced sound, apparently 24-hour playtime, which is pretty damn good, and IPX7 fully waterproof, which I will be testing on this and other speakers in the coming weeks, so keep an eye out for those videos too. A quick look at the box, because I know a lot of you guys love all this, and it's the choice of 20 million happy users, wow, and an 18-month warranty, which is pretty good too. Okay, enough of all that, let's have a look, see what we got. Now I've actually weighed this and it comes in at 400 grams, which is just under half a kilo, or 14 ounces, which is just under £1. There's our cable, which we'll look at in a minute. So yeah, it's got a nice weight to it, this feels solid. If I can just get this wrapping off. Yeah, this is a nice quality build that seems solid and pretty durable to me. Now this outer casing material has a really nice feel to it. It's almost like a velvety hard rubber, which, as I've said, seems very durable. The only thing is, after making this video, I've noticed it does mark up a bit. It tends to go a bit shiny in places. So definitely no oily or greasy hands when handling. And here's a welcome upgrade from the Soundcore 1, which had the older Type B micro connection, with this Soundcore 2 having the now widely used Type C connection, as you'd hope to expect. This does still have the not so used nowadays aux-in option as well for connecting to other devices should you want it, with a nice well-fitting watertight cover too, which, as I've said, I'll be testing with water tests very soon if they aren't already up on the channel, with the links below at the time of you watching this video, so watch out for those videos if they aren't already here. Power on and off button, volume down, play and pause button or press twice to skip tracks, volume up, and the Bluetooth connection button. That little white dot is the Bluetooth connection indicator light that flashes and stays blue once connected, and that one there is the power light and the charging lights, both of which you'll see in a moment when I do the sound test. Yes, nice hard solid rubber surround, very tough and durable, and that metal grille. Okay, let's have a quick look at the cable. There's our quick start guide and info, which is a bit lame to be honest compared to JBL's quick start guide, not that it really matters I guess. There's our USB-A to USB-C cable, which is 24 inches tip to tip guys, which is fine with me as I can't stand a short cable, which is often very awkward and annoying when charging your gadgets. 3 hours charging time from 0 to full battery guys, and this has TWS true wireless stereo functionality to connect two of the same devices for that stereo sound. That said, this has stereo sound all on its own. And just before I get started, don't forget you're only going to hear guys so much from this video as you're dependent on what you are listening through. It will be best heard through decent headphones. 12 watts of total output power guys, let's see how it sounds. Timestamps below to switch between tracks.